have chicks hatching early again. And I'm talking, I put these chicks into lockdown yesterday early. These are Isabel and Isabel split to Wheaten Americanas. And then we have Wheaten Americanas. And I'm breaking my own rule by hatching them in the same incubator. However, if you'll notice, I have that separator in there, which is one of these separators right here. As you can see, this set comes with multiple separators that I can put down through the Brincy Ovation 56 egg. I also have them for my Chicozy, and there's another one. This isn't the only one. And I have them for the Brincy Mini, Maxi. It's a Maxi. I always want to call it the Mini. They all came from a shop on Etsy. It's searchable under Patient Meadows Homestead, but it's like HMST. The homestead part is abbreviated. But she screen prints them all out. They're amazing. It is not advisable to hatch these. Okay, even if these weren't Isabel splits, like some of these are going to be Isabel, some of these are going to be Isabel split to Wheaten. Those that are split to Wheaten are going to look just like Wheaten, but they'll be carrying those recessive Isabel genetics. Right now, these chicks both look exactly the same. Both the Isabels and the Wheatens, because I have just purebred Wheatens over here, look exactly the same. And even once these split birds start to feather out, I'm not going to know the difference between those birds and the purebred Wheatens. So when I take them out of this incubator, I'm going to have to brood them separately and house them separately for sure. I could band them, but bands have a tendency to fall off. And theoretically, there is a DNA test that you can do to test for lavender genetics in birds, but it's pretty expensive. I found it on like the IQ DNA testing or whatever. That's like 50 bucks a bird, and it's a blood test, and I just don't want to. There is one other way that I could potentially, I'm just not going to mix them. I'm not going to even take the chance of mixing them, but the only other way that I might be able to tell my Wheatens apart from the Isabels who are split to Wheaten is that the Isabels, all of the split Isabels are going to look Wheaten, like that black Wheaten coloring. The actual Wheaten birds that I have in here will have the potential to be blue Wheaten and splash Wheaten. So blue Wheaten and splash Wheaten birds are 100% the purebred Wheatens. It's once we get into those like the black, like the Wheaten feathering that is this making any sense? Like, does this even matter? Sometimes I worry that I just get off on these tangents that are so interesting to me, and you guys are like, Noli, what are you even talking about right now? Must be how Hank feels. Honestly, it's how I feel sometimes when he's talking too. Like, don't even get him started on studio stuff. Anyways, thinking that what's happening with these chicks, because this is the second hatch in a row that I've had chicks hatching early. It's also worth noting that it's with my lighter colored, and like the Americanas tend to lay a little bit of smaller, they're not bantam size, but they're smaller eggs. I also have some Morans back here in lockdown, and those have not hatched yet. I was thinking like maybe it's just the summer, maybe it's that the temperatures are higher right now, so really the temperatures in my hatch house are higher, so maybe everything's just a little warmer and developing quicker. But then why aren't my Moran? But you know what? Morans, the darker colored eggs, Morans olive, have a tendency to take a little longer to hatch, so we'll see.